Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we are playing what I believe to be the final mission of Classified France 44. It is 0 days till D-Day. We have identified a V2 launch site. It's going to launch soon. We need to take it out of action so D-Day can happen. We're going out with our original 4. There may have been better options to take, like Anson or Vittel or even Johnson, who have less debuffs than some of these guys, but it seems fitting to go in with the original quartet. So without further ado, just to say that it's a lethal ambush mission. No reward, which makes sense. It's the end of the game, as far as I know. Looking forward to seeing what form this takes. Back to the old tractor. Same one, probably.
Hurry! We need to stop that rocket from launching.
That's it. Stop the rocket. We've got 8 turns. In terms of the ambush, it's 4 takedowns, then it triggers, so there's that to be aware of. I mean, it doesn't look overly far, does it? What have we got? Well, this guy looks like he's just kind of sitting there. We've got 1 on patrol, 2 on patrol, and 1 is kind of rotating around. I think all of these guys are stealth killable. How are we going to get in? Well, there's someone here as well. Right, okay. If we take
Yes?
our scout, yeah. He's probably the most likely to be able to get through this silently. Okay, so we can cut through this. He can cut through this wire and maybe get in here, and he can do it silently. That's probably a good idea.
There's a buck in my sights.
I've only got 4 AP. That is cover, technically. Which this isn't. So maybe we just pop behind the cover? Oh, hello. Why is there 2 locations?
Yes?
I mean, tempted to take down this guy and this guy. He's moving away at the moment. This guy could be problematic, depending on what his route's like, but we can't really hang around to find out. We can at least take him down. Nobody will see.
Moving out.
So I think we do that.
Swell. A target.
I'm tempted to leave him for now. I kind of want to be within range of this guy to come in for a takedown if necessary. What's happening with this one? He might just be going back and forth. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But I think if we were to move... It's tricky. If we... Why is that not cover? I don't think either of these guys is going to see, so I'm tempted to come in here. Realising now I didn't need to get the wire. I didn't realise this was a valid way in. Anywho. King. Just have someone around here. I think that's us for now. He's still moving away, that's good. Ooh, hello. I think we come in and take this guy down. I wonder if I can do it with Tremblay. No.
You want me?
So we'll have to do it with Willard, I think. Doesn't look like it's going to alert anyone, luckily. Let's do that.
Chew on that.
Right. What's going on here? This is solid. Oh, I get it. Oh, do I get it? It says turn off the generator. Oh, okay. I think I get it then. So we have to turn off this generator, which will cut off the electric fence, which means we can get in here and stop the launch. Okay, well, I get it now. In that case, probably what we want to do is come up the back way here. I nearly said up the back side, but that would be probably a bit painful. So let's do this instead. Let's come up the rear of this tent. And we'll try and hightail it to that generator before we have to take anyone else down. Let's just move King first. He's still moving away, so I think we should be okay here. Just take a turn just to get everyone up this way a little bit more.
Moving out.
Coming back? No, he's still moving off. Okay. Okay, well, the priority really is to get everyone just moving up this way.
Moving out. Hey. Moving out. Oh. Almost more.
I'm moving.
It's good. It's a funny little diagonal patrol route, that one. So what is he? He is someone we should be able to stealth kill. Okay, well I think he's probably going to be our third one then. I guess Willard, can you do it? He can. Okay.
Moving. Heidi-ho, I got a target.
Okay, stop. Let's do it. Oh. Okay, well I'm going to reload the turn, just that turn then. For some reason, it took away his action points. So he was okay to do the kill, but then it said, "Oh, you'll be detected," and then it didn't sort of refund me those action points. So I'm just going back for that reason. Let's try again.
Moving out. Shh. I see him. You're mine.
Now Willard will be able to turn that off, and then I guess it's just up to these guys to
Yes?
Yes?
You need me?
kind of break in here.
Moving out.
So I'll probably just advance the turn. I mean, none of these guys can, well, unless I'm mistaken on that, I don't think any of them can get up and do anything with the generator.
Yeah? What?
So I'll just leave that one, I suppose. I suspect there's going to be other objectives, because we'll have this done in pretty short order, I would think. So we want Willard to...
You need me?
Yeah?
I get Belanger to do it. He doesn't do it silently. I thought he did. I think we'll have to leave it another turn then. We've got 4 turns. It's just I need this guy to move out of range a bit more. Okay, so we'll do that. Should have brought Henri. Do it undetected now.
Okay. What is it?
Yeah, so this is silent.
I'm moving. Moving out.
And I think we just do this, and it says it's going to alert everyone. Just wondering then, maybe I should do it so that we just...
I'm moving.
We're going to kick off the ambush maybe by taking out this guy then? I think where we were going to want everybody. Boulanger, sniper, maybe just sort of position him here perhaps.
Yeah.
King, I'll probably use to do the takedown. Willard. Not really sure.
Moving
I'm going to
out.
bring him here.
Target in sight.
Okay, so we've got some stuff going on up there as well. But let's use King then to take down this guy.
Moving. We caught them off guard. Attack!
Right, so we're in the ambush now. Now we want to...
Yep.
That was going to happen anyway when we did this, so...
Moving out. Can confirm.
Demolish the rocket. Okay, but it's not launching now, so we've got rid of that need, but we've got a few demo charges to place down, and we're in combat now. Okay, well let's go back to Cassidy. He can see this guy, I would think. 100%. It's bad. Give someone else AP if they want it. Okay, well maybe. Okay, what can
What's the
Boulanger
plan?
see?
At your
He can't
service.
see anyone at the moment. But if he came here, he could. So he could do like a big crit chance, and maybe I'd prefer to take down the sapper if I can.
Hey, nice shot.
And then I think with Cassidy, let's give Boulanger the AP.
Take the fight to them. Wait.
And then with Boulanger, we could kill him. Or we could just kill him. Let's kill him.
On the mitre.
That's a clapper.
That's
Can I
a
help?
clapper. He's got 2 left, but I think we'll leave him there for now. Let's
What's
go up
cooking?
to Cassidy now. So he just needs to just get any kind of hit on this guy, really. Got the heavy up there.
You need me?
Okay. Maybe need a way to come out on this side. Let's do
Moving
this.
Ich werde flankiert.
You know there's people around here. I might
Checking
just
my
pop
sector.
Overwatch on there.
You want me?
A Tremblay. He can see, no, you can't really see him. 73%.
Moving!
Bit of a risk, but let's take it, because I'd like
meine
Cassidy to
Flanke an.
fire on the heavy, I think, if I can.
Roger! Aiming! Schaffe das!
Get away with that. I mean, he's broken, so actually that's alright. I could suppress this guy even, that would be a good result.
Eat flesh, you bastards!
That hit him.
Feuerhilfe!
Right, I think that's our go.
More Jerry's on the way!
Reinforcements coming in.
Fire! That's a close one.
I guess he just did a quick hip fire or something. He wouldn't have had very much AP.
Flanken sichern! Ich kämpfe weiter!
Really good job of clearing them out so far. We need to start thinking about these bombs.
What do you need?
What have we got? So we got one guy here. We could come here and fire on him.
Moving out!
Let's do that.
Sure! He's in my sights! Zu knapp!
Ah. So I'd need 9 movement on this. Just thinking I'd quite like to catch him and maybe these two guys as well. That's not possible. I mean, obviously we can kill this guy. Maybe we do it from there so that he's in cover.
Moving out! How'd you like this? Ah! He's full of lead! Snipe!
Okay, so now we've got our sniper. I'm tempted to put an Overwatch up here. I don't know how far he can get already. He can get pretty far. So I might bring him down here and stick the Overwatch on.
mouvement!
So he's got this area covered.
Vérifiez votre secteur!
And King. Tend to come here and just shoot this guy. It's not amazing. I don't know who that is. It could be a heavy or someone. Could do it from here. Just think about Overwatch, maybe, but I think he's already morale damaged. If I could maybe come and toss a grenade on him. I think the shotgun will do pretty good morale damage anyway.
Enemy!
Sniper up there, okay. Yeah, not with a shotgun from this distance.
Wilco! I got a bead on him!
Hit him.
Hilfe!
Suppressed him, okay.
Ich schaffe das!
Not as good as a break, but took off the Overwatch. Oh, I almost broke him. He's off.
Enemy! Préparé!
Who's that?
Fire!
Another heavy?
Too close!
No, oh no, it's a scout. Okay. It's not too bad, could be worse. Right, Cassidy, well I think we need to rally.
Everyone, buck up! We're still in the game!
Now, if we were just to fire on this guy, there's a pretty good chance of killing him. So we could mark him to improve our odds.
Focus fire!
And now, that's 100% crit, so that looks like a kill on him. So that's good, but we could maybe give... We'll act with everyone else first and then maybe give some AP back.
I'm low on ammo.
Moving out here and just shoot this guy. Rather than have him lurking around behind us.
Meine Flanke ist offen.
Yes, I've got him lined up.
Oh!
Back the blighter. I'm out. I have to reload.
Nice kill.
Moving.
Come up into this full cover.
I'm low on ammo.
Hey, yes you are, but I think I'm going to come and put one bomb
Moving.
down.
Charge is set. Moving
Come
out.
over here. It does have an AP, but it's just got no valid targets, so that's why that's like that.
Oh,
46% chance of a kill. It's not amazing. What was our odds of the other guy? Pretty good. That's a kill, isn't it? So...
attack! Oh, bon voyage. Clean kill. We?
You can shoot again. Maybe we take a shot on this guy. Got
Enemy
him.
down.
Wow.
That's a humdinger.
That's awesome. Okay, so as far as I know, all we've got at the moment, till these guys come in anyway, is there's a sniper around here somewhere. I think we get Cassidy over to this next bomb site.
Move it.
In fact, it looks like he's putting it down,
Charge is set.
which is pretty good. And that's our go, I think. Doing pretty well. Got some reinforcements now, but we've got 2 charges set. Cassidy's sort of going to be placed to get the last one in. We're probably going to have to wait for it to blow up, like we did with the ship. Oh, that's set. I think we just come and set this one.
Moving out.
Yeah, that
Enemy.
timer started.
Charge is planted.
Demolition, three turns. So it'd be good to get Cassidy away. I wonder if he can give himself extra AP. No, just others. Because I think if I move him here, I think other people will just shoot at him. Might be better to
Move
move
it.
this way. I mean, as far as I know, we don't have a extraction point. So maybe we just need to get out of the blast zone.
Moving.
All right. Actually, could potentially see him. He wouldn't be able to fire. I think we just pull back here as much as we can and just
Reloading.
hold position.
Moving out.
More Germans are coming.
Oh,
Get
wow.
ready.
Okay, well, we've picked a spot. This would be the challenge then, holding off the reinforcements until we can get people in. Into safety.
Flanken sichern. Augen
Yeah,
offen
good
halten.
luck, Willard. Oh, wow. Okay. Yes, there's some reinforcements. Willard, how far can you get? He can get here. which isn't too bad. So I think we've probably got to do that.
Moving out! Enemy sighted!
But the good thing is, they're pretty much all in the blast zone now when that happens. Got 2 turns till these guys come in.
Moving
Just
out!
come in here and reload.
Reloading! I'm low on ammo!
So I might just cover this because I know there's a sniper up that way.
Reloading! I am in position!
King's here. I mean, we might want to bring him back round here.
Moving!
For when that next round of reinforcements comes in. I'm hoping we're going to catch quite a few of these guys just in the blast. What's that? What did you do?
Stellung halten!
That's it, just keep running down the... Oh, hello Gestapo. Stay in the blast zone, everyone. Okay, Cassidy. I think the best we're going to be able to do for you is just to get you, like, in here.
Moving! Target!
This should trigger at the end of our turn, so I'm just going to put on an Overwatch with these reinforcements.
In position!
Don't think we need to worry too much about that guy. So I'm just going to put on Sniper Overwatch here as well.
Covering my sector.
Okay. If I do it here, he'll have the points for an Overwatch.
Watching the targets! London is safe today. Have we done enough to stop the invasion?
Is that it? I think that's it. Wow, okay. Got it done. 72 supplies coming our way. I think we'll continue. I'm interested to see what happens now, if that was it, or whether there's going to be more. More to support the invasion.
The cavalry arrives. Gary Cooper kisses Fay Ray. Or was it Mary Bryan? They ride off into the sunset. The end in big capitals. It's not the end, is it? It's never the end. Not for us, not for the French, certainly not for the Krauts. I watched the dog faces coming up the road, on the road to Paris and then Berlin. For a moment, I got to feel just swell. But I knew it was only a matter of time before they patched me up, and I followed. It's not the end, no. But the end is beginning.
Alright, so what have we got? We've got a blue region, so why don't we do one? I don't suppose I've got any that need to be filled up with one. No, so we'll do it in Champagne Ardennes. A little more D-Day stuff going on up there. D-Day. Didn't do perfectly, but I think we did acceptably. Stalemate, 80%. As the invasion arrives, the resistance lacks the strength to disrupt the Germans for long. German reinforcements move quickly and pin the Americans to their beaches, while the British get only a small foothold in the hinterland. After much fighting, the Allies manage to build a toehold on Europe, but they are boxed in and unable to break out. A new invasion is planned for a different section of the coast. Oh dear.
The day came, bright but windy after the storms. Out of the early morning fog, a great armada put an army ashore in Normandy. Across France, an army of patriots rose up. Some coming out of hiding after years of preparation. They planted bombs, cut wires, blocked roads, performed many small heroic deeds to delay or confuse the Germans. But had we done enough? We slowed the German response, but we could not stop the juggernaut. Some of the panzers made it to the beachheads to stem the tide. At Utah and Omaha beaches, the GIs were pinned by withering fire. The British and Canadians advanced inland, but were soon boxed in by artillery and tanks. The Allies fought tooth and nail for a toehold, but still don't hold more than a few strips of coastline. It's hard to put more men and tanks ashore, and for now, it's a stalemate. We must fight on. The Jedburghs and the Resistance are the fifth column raiding behind the enemy lines, trying our damnedest to halt further reinforcements and wreck supply lines. Victory depends on us. But we could have done more if the Gaullists and the left hadn't been at each other's throats. The infighting has doomed the Resistance to anarchy and uncoordinated attacks. Though all has not gone to plan, I have hope we will prevail and liberate France. The prophet Isaiah told us, "He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound." Here, with the men and women of France, I keep the faith. We will win this war.
Right, okay. Looks like we got some end screens then for our boys. Willard Cassidy, 16 missions he took on. I'd be surprised if he wasn't among the highest. Following the liberation of Paris, Willard was made liaison to the Free French Army. Disgusted with the infighting amongst the French, Willard transferred to the OSS Jackal team in China. In 1945, they demolished a mile-long rail bridge across the Yellow River, for which he was awarded the Distinguished Service Cross. Willard was demobilized with the rank of major after the war's end, but returned as a reserve colonel in 1951 when the Korean War flared up. There he helped organize rescue services for downed pilots behind enemy lines. Demobilized again, Willard worked in the air charter business, organizing clandestine transportation for the CIA. Retiring in 1985, he died in a car accident in 1987. He'd been quite old by then, I guess. Tom King, 11 missions. He sat on the bench quite a long time because he was so broken, but he got there in the end. Following the Normandy breakout amidst increasing French political strife, Tom requested assignment to the Far East. In French Indochina, he aided former French Jeds who were fighting the Japanese to reclaim the colony. After the Japanese surrender, he remained to advise the British occupation forces, who rearmed the Japanese to battle the Viet Minh. Tom remained in the British Army after the war's end, serving in Palestine and Greece, before assignment as French Army liaison during the 1956 Suez Canal invasion. Disillusioned after the Suez Crisis, Tom left the army and settled in Rhodesia to work as a journalist in Salisbury. Concerned about rising violence, Tom returned to Britain before Zanu's 1980 election victory, settling down roots in Surrey. He passed away after a short illness in 1990. Bélangeur, 13 missions. In the anarchy following the liberation of Paris, Charles returned to Tours. He learned his anti-communist father had been arrested by tribunals convened by the provisional government. Joining the reactionary Maquis Blanc, he fought in several battles against revolutionary cadres until the armistice of 1946. After the war, Charles returned to teaching. However, he was soon elected mayor of the commune of Mettray in municipal elections in 1947, under the banner of the Rassemblement du Peuple Français. In 1953, he stepped down from the mayoralty to become an inspector in the Ministry of Education, in which role he served until retirement in 1985. Plagued by wartime injuries, Charles would have passed peacefully in 1995. Vincent Tremblay, 18 missions. As anarchy began to grip France after the liberation of Paris, Vincent volunteered for a new counter-revolutionary unit established by General Eisenhower. This focused on operations against socialists, student groups and labour unions, in many cases rounding up and incarcerating former resistance. Oh dear. After the war, Vincent returned to Canada. He rejoined the army in 1950 to fight with United Nations troops in Korea. In April 1951, his unit, 2nd Battalion, Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry, was surrounded by Chinese in the Kapyong River Valley after their Australian and American support had fled. Running low on ammunition, Vincent led many aggressive patrols against the Chinese positions. On 24th of April 1951, he failed to return from one such patrol. His body was never recovered. Ollie Johnson, 12 missions. When Paris was liberated, Ollie found himself caught in the crossfire in vicious street battles between Gaullist and radical groups for control of the capital. Attached to Sheaffe, he advised the Allies in their operations to pacify the city and establish a new provisional government. At the war's end, Ollie remained in the Australian army, spending a brief time in Japan with the occupation forces. During the Korean War, he was based in Wagga Wagga, or is it Wagga Wagga, I think, training soldiers of the Royal Australian Regiment. In 1956, he was deployed as a staff officer to Malaya, overseeing operations in Perak against the communist insurgents. Leaving the army in 1967 at the rank of major, he established a successful import business in Brisbane before retiring in the early 1980s. He passed away after a short illness in 1993. Henri Vidal? Following the invasion and breakout from Normandy, Henri joined one of the many gangs of American deserters operating behind Allied lines, looting supplies. In the chaos following the liberation of Paris, he was never caught. The fortune he amassed in this period financed his post-war career. After the war, Henri relocated to Algiers to begin a new life and business. By 1956, he found himself supplying ammunition to Algerian nationalists, while also acting as an informant to the DST, the French intelligence service. Henri continued to walk this line until the French army, not realizing he was an intelligence asset, arrested him in 1957. His subsequent release uncovered his status as a double agent, prompting the FLN to send assassins. He was gunned down in the Casbah on 25th of February 1957. Moussa Komba? 11 missions. As Paris fell and the Free French began rounds of infighting, Moussa fell in with American deserters and became involved with criminal activity across northern France. Eventually, he would travel south to Nice, where the anarchy had not yet taken hold, and sat out the remainder of the war in safety. After the war, Moussa was demobilized due to the racist blanchiment policies of the provisional government. With employment hard to find in Senegal, he re-enlisted in the army. Moussa joined the 24th Regiment and deployed to Indochina in 1948, assigned to a marching battalion. Captured during a Viet Minh raid on a checkpoint at Phu Tho, he was assigned hard labour by his captors, who were known for their harsh treatment of black prisoners. Moussa was not repatriated after 1954, and his eventual fate is unknown. Luke Anson, only 5 missions. We got him quite late, and also... yeah, I don't know. We got him quite late, and I didn't always take a sniper on missions. As the Allied armies swept across France after the breakout, Luke found himself caught up in the fratricidal battles between Gaullists, radical French Tireurs, and the milice still loyal to Marshal Pétain. In Tours, he was hit in a firefight and spent the remainder of the war recovering from gunshot wounds. At the war's end, Luke was assigned as army liaison to the Gehlen organization in the American-occupied zone of Germany. There, he oversaw espionage operations in Eastern Europe, often handling former Gestapo agents. Recruited to the CIA, Luke conducted numerous forays into the communist-controlled German Democratic Republic. Last seen crossing into East Berlin from the west in February 1960, he disappeared. His fate was not discovered until the 1990s, when East German archives revealed he had been captured, tortured, and executed by the Stasi. Wow. There we go. And I think it was really nice actually that they used the actual archive footage of the D-Day invasion right at the end there. That was nice. I mean, I think throughout it was done with respect to the history. I think obviously it was quite important that they didn't sort of glorify it or make it cartoonish or like that. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this game. In terms of the ending, obviously it wasn't an overwhelming success. It was partial success, I guess I would say. What would I do differently? Well, as I said, I think concentrating more on the 2 regions that gifted extra resistance strength would have been good. I mean, it maybe just taking that 1 extra blue region in that particular territory would have been enough to move into the next tier of success. I think it seems like it would have been quite difficult to get that bar fully filled just because of the number of sort of German agents who are kind of acting against you on the map, because those FFI tokens that stop them just seem they're quite hard to get, and you don't get many of them, and you've got these 3 kind of enemy forces acting on the map, and quite often you only had one, you at most had 1 FFI token to prevent one of those. So they were kind of what prevented us from filling up the bar. And I don't know, maybe I feel like certainly at this normal difficulty level I was playing at, maybe it was a bit set a bit too difficult to actually achieve sort of a good success with that happening. But yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed the tactical stuff. I thought it was really well done. Not much more to say, really. I mean, I hope you've enjoyed watching. I'm just going to skip the credits because I just want to hang on, left button. There we go. To point out, there's also a mission creator, which is in beta at the moment. You can actually, if you click the Special Ops button, you can see there's actually there's user-created maps and stuff. I'm not going to play any on the channel, but if you do own the game and you've played the campaign and enjoying it and want to do more, then feel free to check out some of the user-created content. There seems to be like this guy Aussie Duke. He seems to be making like an Aussie Ollie Johnson playthrough. Rocket is Ollie Johnson, I think, isn't it? Rocket and his friends are looking for his kit he lost during the jump. A local farmer has asked for help. Germans come to his farm every day. And here it goes. This Ollie Johnson, A Fox in the Hen House. And then the next one is the Ollie Johnson story. And then finally, Ollie Johnson finished the job. So there's like a little Ollie Johnson campaign to do there that a user's created, which is quite fun. Let's just back out of this and quickly show the mission creator as well. I don't think that I have the nous ability to do it, but I don't know. Just do that for now. I don't know. You can go in it. You can go in and make your own mission. Basically, I don't know quite how to get it started to demonstrate it. I haven't looked at it before, but yeah, there we go. That was Classified France 44, and that was it was good fun. I feel like the campaign was quite a good length, actually. I mean, what is this, episode 22? There were some episodes I did a couple in, so I think overall I probably did about 24, 25 missions, something like that, which feels pretty good. I mean, they generally were sort of 30 to 40 minutes long, and then you've got sort of the map stuff and the loadouts and the shopping and stuff to do. So I think each of these episodes was about an hour, wasn't it? Maybe slightly over. But yeah, recommended. Check it out if you enjoyed this series. And if you enjoyed this series, if you can hit the thumbs up button, that'd be fantastic. Leave me a final comment. Let me know what you thought about the game as a whole, the series as a whole. Any idea what we could have done differently other than what I've suggested in order to have ensured a more successful D-Day? Yeah, and if you're watching this and enjoyed what you saw and haven't yet subscribed to the channel, if you could do that, that would be amazing. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you elsewhere for other games and other playthroughs. Bye for now.